Surprised on what a this off can do for clearing your mind. Come on, baby. You can kind of have something on your mind, and there's not a great deal of thinking you can do sometimes if an issue is sort of pretty complex and you don't have sort of an immediate solution. There's not a great deal you can do. But if you actually just give yourself some time, just time and space, because when you're in a problem, you can't really think your way out of it because you are somebody with a problem, you know, and somebody with a problem isn't really thinking straight. So the key is just to give yourself as much time as you can. I think so. I've had a few days off there. I've had 3 days off so far, and I said I would take a week off. And I was a bit of pushback and unhappiness about that. I had to take a week because my head was a bit too mashed. So I think if you take that time off, it just gives you the breathing space, not only to not to think any quicker about something, but just to calm your nervous system down about it. All your nerves and things are firing, telling you about a warning and stuff like that. There's no real danger there, but it's just something you're sort of thinking about too heavily. I think if you can get your brain to just calm down, then you can see things more clearly, and you can see that they're not really much of an issue anyway. Yeah, haven't had a few days off. I feel a lot better about things, and I think I need the rest of the week off just to clear my head and then go back with a clear head. I've got some options about how I'm going to go back, but I think it's important when you got issues, not to just ignore them, to actually do something about it. You come and sit with these guys and just let your troubles melt away. Hey, sweetheart, you don't have to go anywhere. You know that. That one's a baby. It's maybe I think it's about 2 3 months old. It's crazy how fast these animals grow up. Hey, baby. See, the ducks they'll have a small complaint, but they're not too worried about the rats. I don't think they necessarily even see them as like competitors for food or anything. I think it's more just of how close they get to them. They're aware that the rats have got teeth and they can bite. To give them a little bite on the leg, that's not going to be very nice, is it? So I think it's maybe a nervous thing rather than a territorial thing. But it's not a super nervous thing because the rats aren't aggressive towards the other animals. They'll defend themselves, or they'll always defend themselves or run, but they're not aggressive. Not that I've seen. So yeah, like I say, I feel a lot better today. Haven't had a few days off. Clear my head. Gives me a bit clear about things in the long term. Realize that this probably isn't a project for me. So I think I'll deliver and then I'll extricate myself as quickly as I can. I think you really gotta follow your heart and your intuition. Regardless of you know what you're getting paid for a job or anything. And I don't know. I mean, which is the higher mark of a man? The man who can just put up with shit his whole life. You know, get paid and make a lot of money, or a man who doesn't put up with shit his whole life. Maybe he makes more. Maybe he makes less. Yeah, I wonder. I think instinctively for me, it's more a case of just following my own intuition. Following what feels right and wrong, and just really honoring that. I think you've got to honor yourself. Look how pretty this boy's looking. I mean, his face is a mess, but you see how his coat's all his winter coat's all disappearing. All those brown fellas are coming in. No, could it be? No, could it be? No. I mean, this is the first year I've watched the Ducks, so I don't actually know what the crack is with them year on year, like the coat changing and stuff like that. So it might just be that this is like the summer cold coming in now. Oh, I just had a bit of a random thought. Somebody told me, I think in a previous video, that ducks can change sex. And I just kind of nodded and said whatever. But then I kind of went away and looked it up, and turns out it can. Now it generally happens from female to male when the ratios aren't right, and apparently they can become fully reproductive. They drop the ovary drops down into a testicle, they develop a penis, and so it's a complete sex change. Um, but I mean, a lot of the other male ducks, they're definitely losing their winter coats, but none of them have gone really like this guy yet. Although some are. So anyway, I guess the answer is we'll just watch for the next few weeks and see. But he's certainly very pretty, still aggressive. So definitely no lowering of the testosterone for him. Does anybody know? If anybody knows, let me know in the comments. Not that I'm trying to fish for comments. First time I've said that, but I would really like to know. And I'll probably forget to go Google it when I go back. You hungry, Shanna? But yeah, look how pretty it is. Look at the feathers, the markings on them. Yeah, all the other males, same thing's happening. So yeah, out goes my trying theory. Oh, it's kicking off.